Stephen.
Hello, how are you? Good, yeah, you?
Good evening. Great to see you. Thanks ever so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
What has satisfied you more, the performance against Southampton at the weekend or tonight?
Listen, they're both very satisfying. Both really good performances, strong. Probably this one, if I was pushed, because, you know, when a new manager comes in, you know, you normally get a manager bounce. We knew Ellen Road was going to be rocking tonight, and it was. I don't think the fans let the team down today. But our performance today was outstanding. I think if it was a boxing match, the towel might have come in, because we were strong in all departments tonight.
Let's have a look at the first goal, shall we? Coutinho, yet again, we'll talk plenty more about him, but my goodness me, he's delivering in shades similar to what you saw with him at Liverpool. Yeah,
for sure. Listen, he's certainly... as he's got more training sessions, as he's got more game minutes, you can see his physical levels improved. I don't think the technical side of Philip was ever in doubt. It certainly weren't for me. That's the reason why I was so desperate to get this signing in, because I know when you get him in this place and he's happy and he's smiling, he can produce performances like tonight, and he's been one of our consistent players of late. The players are loving training with him and playing with him, and I'm loving working with him again, because if people knew what a humble kid he was and how hard he works and how he is around the place, he's just a joy to be around.
Stevie, it's quite rare at the moment to see any Premier League manager playing two up top. You've done that. What were the reasons for that, and how does that help Coutinho in his sort of creative play?
Listen, there was different reasons for it, without going into too much detail, but the main reason was we were on the back of two poor defeats where we lacked a little bit of cutting edge in the final third. I wasn't enjoying picking 1-9 and putting another 9 on the bench, because I like goals in my team. I want to be exciting. So it was a case of chatting with them. You know, a lot of noise on the outside was they can't play together. They've tried and it hasn't really worked. But with Philip Coutinho behind them, I need to think, what does Phil need? What does the team need? And what do the nines need? They need service. Phil's given them it, and we're looking at a real big threat at the moment.
What was the message to your players in terms of how you really took advantage of Leeds' recent defensive weaknesses?
Listen, the part of the game plan tonight was to take the space away. Leeds are very strong running into space. They've got a lot of pace in the team, a lot of attacking players. We wanted to really dominate the middle of the pitch, but 10% off, take 10% away from Leeds, because we knew they liked to play in behind. And then once we beat the press in terms of in possession, we knew we could really get at that back six.
I thought you had a fantastic window in January. I thought your acquisitions were brilliant. Where can you take this squad with another window behind you? What are your realistic aims?
Well, look, in the short term, we want to try and finish in the top half of the league. We want to try and aim as high as we can. We've got 10 games to go, or just over. We want to try and take each game as it comes, keep resetting, stay as humble as we can, and keep trying to remain as consistent as we can. In the long term, you know, with the right backing, if we can keep adding the right players and give the current players the right support, you know, we want to try and get European football back, but that is the end goal in terms of the bigger picture. We need to do better in the domestic cups, and we need to be operating in the top half of the table, not the bottom half.
Stevie, just looking at the other end of the pitch as well, I can't remember your goalkeeper having a save to make today. As much as you're getting a lot of attacking players in the team, you must be so pleased with the defence as well.
It's what I'm most pleased about. I think the last 3 wins have come off a solid base. They've come off players all rolling the sleeves up, doing the gritty side of the game, working hard, our speed across the grass, our aggression at the right times when the game demanded it. We've done all the ugly bits ever so well, and if you want to win in the Premier League, you have to do that side of the game, and you have to be organised out of possession. Otherwise, teams will hurt you.
And Stephen, talking about defenders, did you expect your centre-half to be producing moments like this?
Well, listen, there's certainly no credit from me in them type of finishes. He must have been around Thierry Henry at some point during his Arsenal days, but I mean that just capped a top performance off. All the goals were great in different ways. Callum stayed in the team tonight because he was outstanding against Southampton. I wanted to send a message to the whole squad that if you get the shirt and you do well, you keep a clean sheet and you play your part, you keep your shirt, and that's the way it's got to be.
It's an outstanding finish.
It was. I mean, we were watching a lot of clips of Aston Villa before the game, and we saw him play a ball with the outside of his foot, rather like you'd play back in your day. But then I was thinking, who's that? And then he scored that goal again today, and I was, who's that? He's looking quite an attacking force as well as a defensive.
Yeah, he is, and again, going back to what Paul said about the window, Callum was someone who we knew was versatile, who could help us at centre-back. He can play at right-back. He's also played at Fulham as a 6. When then people come up, we have to be really on the front foot in recruitment-wise, and we was. So credit to Johan and Christian to back me on that one. But to get him at his age, a young British player, He was great for the dressing room. He's in a fantastic place.
Final question, Stephen. I know you've been asked a lot about this recently, but is a big objective over the next few weeks as the season begins to run down, trying to get Coutinho on a permanent basis?
I think you all know what my decision would be. I think you all know what I think of him. This is not as straightforward as people think. There's obviously an option in place. Barcelona still own the player. Phil's got to obviously want to be here in terms of the big picture, but he's enjoying his football. He looks happy and settled. And I know the owners are very ambitious, so we'll just analyse it as we go along. But if it was totally on me and it was my cash, you know what I'd do.
I think we all know what you do. Stephen, thanks so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Congratulations on the win tonight, and onwards and upwards for Aston Villa as things stand.
Cheers. All the best,
All the best, mate.
All the best.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.